there. Here I am to show you how to make the cards. All 4 of them will be the same design, just different paper and ribbon and sentiments. So I'm going to go through each one just because there may be tricks and tips that I forget in one and tell you in the next one. The first thing we have is cardstock that is 11 by 4 1/4. So that's your half sheet that we normally start with. I have scored it at 5 1/2 and again at 1 1/2. So to make this little card holder, you're going to fold it at the 5 1/2 and fold it back on itself, making sure, even though I've scored it, just make sure it lines up. And there is your card pocket. I'll just lay that one where you can see. So then we have a 4 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to adhere some of the designer paper to the top of that just so it is coordinating. And I've used designer paper from this Forever Greenery package for all of these cards. I'm just going to leave a tiny bit of white showing at the top of that card layer. So that's going to go inside, and you can write on it, put a picture on it, whatever. So you can see it's our normal card base size. It's just not going to be adhered in there. Then I have a piece, my ruler, that is 4 by 3 3/4. So it's not square, so it will fit on here. So you will want to make sure you've got it going the right direction when you go to put it on. And just using liquid glue so that I can move it around a little bit if I need to, especially if I was to put it on the wrong direction, size-wise. So there is, I'll show you that it's in the camera for you. There's the front. Then I have this piece that goes on here, and if you can see it's going to match by the way that I have cut it and kept it together. So these cards don't take a lot of time to put together, and they're using your designer paper and cardstock that you have on hand. So there is your, basically is your card. Now, you could do more embellishing. I am going to tie that down. I believe no, it's just tied down with that. So it does have to be burnished quite heavily, and the ribbon will hold it. And then if you want, actually, you know what, I think I will put just a bit of glue on there to hold it, because then I'm going to place my greeting partially, maybe a little bit over it, and that I will put on with dimensionals, just a couple of them, just for add a little bit of interest. For this particular card, I have used Pear Pizzazz cardstock and Pear Pizzazz ink. The die cuts are some that are currently available with the stitched edges on them, which really makes a nice finish. And again, I am going to tie my ribbon, which may take longer than I want it to, and I'm going to just tie it in a knot like I did on that red one. You could certainly tie a bow, you could whatever, and even if you wanted to tie a knot and tie a bow after, that would also work, wouldn't it? So choice is yours. Like I say, it's your whatever you've got for product at at your place, or if you need to purchase it. It's a great way to use, especially use up your designer paper that you have. Now, to me that's a little bit sideways, but perhaps I would get it to lay down, and you could even use a glue dot or two to hold it in place. Which, because I have them right here, and I have my take your pick tool, thinking I am going to do, let's see if that's going to work. Ah, much better. And just a little bit more trimming. And there is the first one of ours. That one again, like I say, is Pear Pizzazz.